everybody, I am back with another one of my videos which I make specially for you. Before I start, have you noticed that I have got a new hairstyle? Not that I wanted it, but when I went to one hairdresser, she actually chopped it very short. I had long tresses, she's chopped it off short, so I have to get this particular haircut. So a lot of people are saying, after I had cried a lot about this haircut, that it's going to grow back. It's springtime, so you're going to get your hair back again. So waiting for that, for some flowers to grow on my hair. So, but that is not the point I'm trying to make. The point I'm trying to make is about women's safety. There's much ado about nothing when it comes to women's safety. There are women on the streets who are not feeling safe, and every day, without any doubt, there are women who are writing on social media, they are writing to the government, they are voicing their opinions out loud that we want safety and women are not safe. Now let me tell you what exactly happened a couple of days back. I think it was a week back, and I was walking from the Chanmari point right up to the TC College point. I mean, people living in Guwahati would understand what I'm talking about, the places. This is one point from point A to point B. I was in my walking shoes, in my denims, and in a t-shirt and a shirt on top of that. So I was walking towards that, and I said I need to walk, and since my son was staying at his friend's place, I thought maybe I'd buy something for them. So as I walked, it was okay. I was listening, I was on my music, and so I was fine with that. I was listening to music, so even if somebody made catcalls or passed some remarks, it was absolutely besides the point. But then when I reached the TC point, right on top of the road, there were two boys who were coming across from the opposite direction on the footpath, and one of them tried to, kind of touch me. And then when I screamed at them, both of them started running. Now, just then, I happened to meet one of my students who I was teaching back in college in the communication department. So he asked me, "Madam, what happened?" And I said, "This is what happened. This boy was just inadvertently trying to scare me by putting out his hands and trying to touch me." And he said, "Oh, I would have done something if I had known before. I would have run after him." And I said, "No, I think I'm capable enough to do that. I'm able to handle these sort of stories myself." But what happened is that just as I was talking to him, I was on the footpath, and I think I inadvertently and unknowingly was blocking the passage which is going out onto the road from the footpath, and it was a very narrow passage. So probably I was standing there without my knowledge, of course, and because I was a little hassled about those two boys, I was standing there just then. And an old man who was pretty well dressed, he was in I still remember, he was in a half sleeve shirt and a pair of trousers, loose pair of terracotta pants, and he came, and as he was about to cross that area, he touched me with his left hands. He just brushed his left hands on my back, and he went out. And I am not somebody who takes all this lying down. All my life, all throughout my college and my office life, I have never taken these sort of treatments from men, just lying down or maybe not opening my mouth. I just cannot keep quiet. I have to speak out. So I went to that man and I said, "Why did you touch me?" And he said, "Oh, I think you're mistaken. I didn't do it deliberately." And I said, "But you did, and you didn't say sorry about touching me without my wish. I didn't wish you to touch me, but you did touch me. And why? Why did you have to touch me?" So then what he did was he wanted to get back onto the footpath from where he had come. And in the meantime, I was down there while I kind of pushed him on his chest, and I said, why did you touch me?" That's when he was trying to get onto the footpath. And believe me, now you have to hear about this the best part of this story. I was wearing my walking shoes, I was in my denims, and so when I saw the back of this man, I kicked him solidly on his back. And he is somebody, now all of you must be saying, "Oh my God, you kicked a man? You kicked a man, an old man?" Well, I'll tell you one thing, my dear ladies and gentlemen who are being judgmental towards me, let me tell you one thing. That man seemed to be a habitual criminal. I'll call him a criminal, because he has been doing these petty crimes of touching women more than often. Because when I hit him, he did not retaliate, because under normal circumstances, if I had hit a normal person who was not at fault, he would have said, why did you hit me? But he actually did not react at all. And when I hit him, he got onto the footpath and he was trying to kind of give some explanation to my student. And he was saying, I think Baido has got it wrong. I'm 70 years old and I have got 3 of my daughters married off. I said, oh really? Oh really? And that is the reason why you have such bad habits of touching women now at 70? That is what you do? And in the meanwhile, a whole lot of people had gathered around, and there were people who had not supported me at all. None of these people supported me. There were auto drivers, there were people, there were pedestrians and stuff and they were saying that, no madam, you know what, you were standing in the middle of the road, at the middle of that entrance, and that is why this man happened to touch you. And I said, do I look like a public property? Do I look like someone that should be touched because she's standing in the wrong pathway or at an entrance? Is there a word called excuse me? There are 2 words, excuse me, or in Assamese, okoman sabosun muk jabole diok. These are the words that you can use to get through if you want to get through without touching a woman. But how dare he touch me? How dare he touch me? How would he feel if his daughters are touched like that? Now these auto drivers were telling me that, and I said, which side are you on? I asked the auto drivers, which side are you on? Are you on the side of the victim or the man who has just touched a woman inadvertently and against her will and choice? So these people had, then this auto driver tells me I'm on the side of the woman who has been touched. Then I said, absolutely fine, so stay like that. And what happens is that all the other people said, oh, Jabodiok, let it be. And I said, yeah, when your mother and your sister they're all touched in the wrong places by the wrong men on the streets, that is when you're going to say, let it be, let it go. But my dear friends, my dear young friends, my women friends out there, if anything like this sort of thing happens to you, you are not supposed to keep quiet. You're not supposed to stay lying low and say that, okay, he's touched me, it's okay. It happens most of the time in the buses. I've had so many experiences when I didn't have a car, when as a young girl, I would be traveling from college to home and home to college. And then again, when I started working, from office to home and home to office, I used to have these problems all the time. So I used to do, I'm wearing a jacket today, so I have to show you what I used to do. And I think all of you can think of doing this as well. For young girls who are on the streets and who have no weapon, who have nothing to save yourself with. So this is something that you can do when you're on a bus and you're being inadvertently touched by somebody. This is what you need to keep. This and all of this in varying sizes. Varying sizes that you can think of keeping. And you need to put this up all on the sides of your jacket, or your chunni, or your any kind of a cloak or a dress or whatever you're wearing. You need to keep it on the insides or in the sides of your bag, where you can put in your hands, you can push in your hands and just fish that out. And what you need to do is, once you have this ammunition ready, you need to put it up here somewhere. And once this person comes close to you or touches you, you need to do this and jab him anywhere possible. Wherever he's got his hands on you, just go jab, because nobody has told you that you are not supposed to keep a safety pin with you. Every woman has safety pins in her bag, so use it to protect yourself. When you are on the bus, and if you happen to have different sizes, according to what the size of the man is, and if you have the bigger size, it's all the more better. So this is something that you can save yourself with. I used to do this all the time, and I remember when men used to, come behind me and they used to touch my private parts of my body without me knowing about it, because when a bus moves, you don't exactly know who is moving into whom and who is touching whom, and then you're not conscious of what is happening around you. So but you have to keep your eyes and ears open, girls. Please keep your eyes and ears open, because you need to protect yourself. And when you need to protect yourself, you don't need the help of anybody else. You don't need to expect any kind of help from anyone else, because you have your own weapon with yourself that you have to do. Because without any doubt, a woman is out on the streets. Now, why didn't those people support me? I was thinking that because I was wearing a pair of trousers, if I was wearing a mekhela sador or a sari or a salwar kameez or something like that, maybe they would have supported me. Those people were kind of not supporting me at all. I was thinking that yes, maybe because I'm wearing a pair of trousers and I'm wearing a t-shirt and a shirt, so that is why they think that they should not be supporting people like me. But for all those girls who think you need protection, protect your own self in your own special way. I showed you some of the ways, but there are many different ways that you can protect yourself. There is pepper spray. Of course, you can keep it in your bag. You can order for that through different mediums. And of course, if you need to get into self-defense classes to protect yourself, please do. I would suggest that every school should have self-defense classes for girls, because that way I think girls can think of protecting their own selves. Because out on the streets, I have noticed that nobody is going to be on your side. They are going to be judgmental about your clothes, about the way you look, about who you are. They are just going to judge you. So instead of being judged, just protect your own self. I did what I did to protect my own self, to voice my opinion, and I'm not going to keep quiet ever. So I am going to keep doing this. I am going to keep telling you how to protect yourself, and you need to protect yourself. Don't expect anyone to protect yourself, to protect you. You need to protect your own self in your own special way. So find out your own ways. I did it my way when I was traveling from college to home and from office to home, and all these different times I was traveling, and you need to do it in your own special way. I just showed you what I did. You do it your way. So on that note, please keep yourself safe, women. All of you out there are very precious. All women are very precious. And one thing, don't let strangers get into your personal space. Let me tell you one thing, woman. When you start talking to strangers on social media or any other place, sometimes they tend to get your phone numbers from somewhere. They start talking to you. Don't feel very good about it. The best guy is going to come to you. So don't talk to strangers. They will lead you, they will mislead you, they will destroy your life. So for all women out there, to protect yourself, there are many different ways. These are just some of the ways that you can protect yourself out on the streets and from people, from strangers on social media. So refrain from talking to strangers. Keep yourself safe, because why I'm telling you is that every woman out there is special and precious and deserves to have a fantastic life. So don't destroy your life, don't numb your life, don't shorten your life by doing something that you are going to regret. So keep that safety belt on, keep that safety ring on, and I will keep giving you tips like this. I will keep telling you what to do and what not to do. In the meanwhile, this is the solution for all people who are traveling on the bus or on the road. Any kind of protection you need, this is a fantastic weapon to keep in your bag and on in your jacket sleeves and anywhere that is handy for you. On that note, I'm going to say bye to all of you. I'm going to be back with more videos. Until then, do subscribe to my channel on YouTube and press that bell icon so that you can keep getting updates from me. And of course, if you like my video, do share with your friends and your family. because these are, some of the notes that I bring personally for you. These are personal stories, so I would like you to share them so that a lot of people can get the maximum benefit from it. Okay, see you then, bye, and take care, and I love all of you so much.